everybody. This is Big Stack Numismatics. It is Sunday, November 27th, the weekend after Thanksgiving. I want to give a very special welcome to all my fellow coin collectors out there. I have a coin that I've not profiled individually on my channel that I just absolutely love, and I thought that I would do kind of a check-in with this particular coin. What we have here is a Barber quarter, 1894 New Orleans Mint. PCGS says it's in AU58, but it is a beautiful toned stunner in my opinion. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit here. Rainbow toning, a little bit darker around the edge. Very fun to look at. Let's check out the reverse. And more of the same around the upper rim, kind of some dark banding, and it goes all the way around, and it takes me to, I have to rotate the coin for you to make that visible in person. Lots of luster. Of course, the iconic heraldic eagle with the shield. Lovely coin. I have completed a typeset of Barber coinage, but this one really stands out as one of my favorites. When I purchased this, well, let me back up just a second. So when I first got into coin collecting itself, I did have this intention of trying to get one of every type of coin that's out there. And I bought this early on, a couple years ago, and again, I think I really lucked out because I didn't really know what I was doing, but I wanted to get, if I could try to get coins in extra fine or AU to fit that bill, I was just very, very eager. But I do think I made a really good choice with this coin. Let's go real quick to the PCGS certificate verification page, and you'll see here that current book value is $575 for this coin. And interestingly, it shows last major auction appearance of this coin in 2011, a heritage auction for this coin for $374. And I think that's just so interesting because I picked this up about 8 or 9 years later, and I maybe for $15 more than that. And I felt really good knowing that this had a history of around that value, so I didn't have any problem with paying that money for it. If I go to the price history page, and I increase this to the entire run, they only go till about 2007 through current time, and what you see here is a steady appreciation of value on this coin, and that is always a really good sign because they're not making any more of them, of course, but to see that. Where I picked it up, it was at the time that I purchased this, it was worth around $400 or $425. And since then, it's kind of went up pretty steeply. Now, is it always going to stay up there? Not necessarily, but I don't see any reason that this coin wouldn't continue to appreciate over the, next several decades, and which makes it a pretty good investment as well as just a beautiful coin to own. So when I think about this purchase, and of course seeing that as, at least from a retail perspective, appreciated, like I said, makes me feel pretty good. I love the fact that it's such a good looking coin. Basically the toning just draws me in. Like I can stare at this and under different lights and see different things, and that's what I think one of the fun things about coin collecting is being able to just sit and admire, you know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, this is a very, very cool quarter, and very, very happy to have this in my collection. And I always find it very fascinating. I come from a gold and silver stacking background, for those of you that might be familiar with my other channel. And I kind of stayed away from any sort of slabbed coin for a long time. And what got me in was I picked up my very first Morgan dollar, and it was, I believe it was an MS-64. I don't think it was any kind of, I think it was from the Carson City Mint. And I found a great deal on it, and I pulled the trigger. I'm like, you know what? I want a good version of a Morgan, something that has some collectability to it too. You know, because I had bought rolls of Cull Morgans, or just at least, you know, the cheapest kind that the bullion dealers would put out. And I loved the silver dollars. I loved carrying them around, hearing them clink together in my pocket. That was just fun. I carried one for a long time. I thought, you know what? I want a nice version of this coin to compare it to, and I was so blown away by what the luster of an old, cool, circulated American coin had compared to the junky versions that I had been collecting, and I think I was hooked at that point. And then shortly after that, I'm like, well, I want to get as many different good silver dollars as I can. Little did I know, going all the way back to flowing hair, that it would be very expensive to do so. And as of right now, I do not own any flowing hair coinage, but there's been many times where I've wanted to pull the trigger on something, but they're so darn expensive. But never say never, right? At any rate, this is all I've got for you today. Just want to show you a beautiful toned example of a Barber. I can only give some details on it real quick. They made 2.8 million of these in 1894 at New Orleans. So there's no shortage of these coins, but to find them in this condition, PCGS says that there is only a population of 26, and 94 higher than that they've graded, which I believe contributes to the rarity and the value of this coin. So, all right, that's all I got for you right now. I sure appreciate you tuning in, and I'll, if you wouldn't be so inclined, I would love for, I mean, I said that terribly. If you wouldn't mind, please consider slapping a like on this video and consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as I can, and I just really appreciate the support. So I hope you have a great rest of your Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll be back at you real soon. Have a great one.